Hello and welcome. My name is Kyle FtW and welcome back to another episode of my Minecraft 1.19 playthrough. This is episode number 45 and we are finally back with another episode, but we're obviously, as you guys can tell, we are not in our normal world. We are actually in the 1.20 Snapshot, which is pretty dang awesome. Let's go ahead and put the classic music on. But yeah, we are finally back in this series, but today we're going to be doing something... Hello? We're going to be doing something a little bit different. Why? What is going on? Hello? Frames? What's going on? I don't know why I'm getting frame issues, but we're fine. But yeah, so today I wanted to show you guys absolutely everything that is going to be coming with the 1.2 Snapshot. Obviously, if you guys don't want any spoilers, then this might not be the episode for you, but I don't know, there might be a point where we actually will be doing something else. We might go back to our original world here, but at least for the time being, we are going to be looking at everything. So starting off here first, we are in creative right now, but just to make things a little bit easier, make things go a little bit smoother, but ideally I want to find as many things as possible in normal survival mode, so, or just naturally, instead of doing everything from a creative and just showing you guys everything. So I thought it would be more fun to do it the other way. So just wanted to look around through this village and see what we can find. I find it to be pretty ironic that we spawn in this world and there's a village within a few feet of us, and then in our normal world we haven't found a village yet, which I think is just really, really funny. So first things first, I will actually have to do this first part with creative, but maybe not. We'll see. So what we need to find first things first is we need to find ourselves a desert. And again, I don't know why I am lagging. Let me turn this down to 10. I think that's where I have it normally. Yeah. Okay. That should fix it. Oh yeah. Yeah, that definitely fixed it. I forget that when it comes to me recording Minecraft, I can play it offline with 12 to 15 render distance, but when I record, I need to have it at 10. Ideally, it'd probably be best if I had a better PC. Well, my PC is great, but Minecraft takes a really, really powerful PC. So ideally, if I had a 3090 or something like that, that would be probably ideal. But unfortunately, I don't have that, so and I most certainly don't have enough money to buy myself a new PC. But we're actually going to use rockets because using rockets is actually faster than flying normally. So again, we're on the search for a desert. That's our very, very first priority, is finding a desert, because that's where we're going to be able to show you guys a lot of the really cool things that are coming with the snapshot. So that is step one. I actually think if I type it, let me actually stop over here for a second. Okay, I'm pretty sure I can actually put something in chat. Okay, I don't know what that means. Let's see. Clone, damage, data. Okay, I don't know. I thought that there was a way to... Man, I'm so bad at using elytras. I'll have to figure it out by the time we get to the survival point. I keep on thinking that it's like holding down. Okay, it's holding down spacebar, okay. But, I mean, if one of the very particular things comes first, I will show you guys that. But ideally, I want to try and find a desert first. So what is coming with, I'll actually just go ahead and tell you guys what's coming through, or coming with the 1.20 update, just, you know, right here. So we're going to be getting the Sniffer mob, which of course we voted for. I personally voted for it because I thought it was really, really cool. We're also having the Cherry Grove biome, which looks very, very awesome. That's obviously something that we're going to be searching for. We have the Torchflower, which I'll show you guys here in a little bit as well. We have the Brush, which I will show you guys here soon. Suspicious Sand, Pottery Shards, Decorated Pots, and then Armor. New Armor upgrades, which is pretty cool. So those are all the things that we're going to be searching for here in this video, which should be very, very cool. So again, we will see how long this video is. The goal is to show you guys absolutely everything coming with this snapshot. Okay, it looks like nothing is over here. So we're just going in one direction. Whoa, hello mountain. I really wish the world rendered a little bit faster, but it's all good. That's water. Let's keep on going. I feel like we should be finding a desert here soon. Oh, here we go. Here we go. We found one. Heck yeah. I think. I mean, this looks like a desert to me. Minecraft desert. Heck yeah. Okay, sweet. So now we need to go on the search for a temple. Let the game load a little bit where we are at. Let's see. I honestly haven't been in a desert in so long. So yes, we'll see what we can find here. We do need to find a temple. It's like necessary for this video. So if this desert biome doesn't have one, then we're going to have to keep on looking. Oh, that's a village. Okay. Oh, here we go. Nice. We found one. And we also will check that over there here in a little bit too, to see if we have any of the new armor resources. All right, so let's go ahead and drop down in here. And let me get myself a pickaxe. And let me give myself some string. Actually, let me give myself a stack of string, and then let me give myself some sticks as well. I have seen people do this type of thing, you know, in survival mode, but I didn't really want to start off a whole new world just to do this. So, all right, so let me go ahead and switch to game mode, survival, and let's go ahead and breach into this. So once we get into here, I probably should also, okay, it's fine. So let's see if, okay, so here we go. Here we go. So you guys see this line right here. This is very, very important. So let me actually switch back to creative real quick, just to get myself some torches. You guys can see the new flower there, which is pretty cool. Again, let me grab a full stack of that. And let me get myself a shovel. Awesome. Okay. Game mode. Survival. Okay, awesome. Go ahead and light this place up a little bit for us. And as you guys can see, we have ourselves this area. So let me go ahead and create a crafting table real quick, and we'll place this down, and we will build the brush, which is right here, which is very, very cool. So now I will show you guys what this does. So we're going to go ahead and break into here very, very carefully. Okay, and you guys can see that we have these stairs here, which is pretty awesome. So we're going to come down into here. And we are going to find... if we get lucky... actually keep on breaking... break everything around this so we don't mess up on accident. Here we go. I think that this is it. Okay, so you guys see this looking pretty weird. It doesn't look like sandstone. It doesn't look like sand. It looks like this. So if I grab my brush right here and I do this, we will get something out of it. And it looks like this specific piece has a diamond, which is very, very awesome. And that's going to turn into regular sand afterwards, so we can just break it. Now, from the video that I saw of the snapshot, there's a few pieces of suspicious sand per area. Now, we have to be really, really careful, because if we happen to drop it, like let's say that there's a piece of suspicious sand right here, and I break this block, it will despawn. So whatever was in it will despawn, and that's definitely unfortunate. So we don't want to do that. Now, I don't know how much durability this has per se, but it is still pretty cool. So we're going to go ahead and brush this, and nice, we got ourselves a pottery piece, which is very, very cool. And this one is skull pottery shard, which I'll go ahead and show you guys right here. Looking pretty cool. And then we'll go ahead and break this one out as well. Okay, now nice. Now we have a second one, which is again pretty dang awesome. And we'll go ahead and mine out the rest of this, see if there's any more. Which at this current moment I don't see any more, but there might be. Oh, never mind, there is one. Sweet. So from what I've seen, I don't know all of the possible rewards. There's another pottery shard. And they do stack. They are stackable, so we must have gotten a different one here. Oh, we got the archer. Pretty cool. And we got this one, which is awesome. That means we can make a full pot, which is really, really cool. And there was another one here. So it looks like we actually got pretty lucky that one of these did have a diamond in it. So I think I've seen emeralds in them, the pottery shards, of course, and I think that is everything that I've been able to see that is in these so far. But of course, I'm sure that there's plenty more. Okay, cool. Looks like we looted this out as much as we can, which is very, very awesome. But I actually I'm actually kind of curious if we can come down here real quick and get ourselves some more loot. Just because, why not? just because. Man, I really can't wait until we get netherite. I need to definitely try and do that here soon in our regular series. Okay, nothing really important there. Okay, I'll take a golden apple, why not? It has no purpose for us. Oh, wait. Nice! Yes, perfect. This is exactly what I was looking for. The Dune armor trim. I'm so glad we found that. That's exactly what we were looking for. So this is really, really cool, guys. But I will definitely save that bit for a little bit later on. Cool. Okay, so that's going to be something that we're going to do later, where I'm going to show you guys all of the possible armor, things, the armor trims. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we have 3 archery and 2 of the skull pottery. So from what I've seen from the video, how this works is we're going to place one like this, and then one like this, and we're going to be getting a decorated pot, which is really, really cool. Again, I think these are just aesthetic, but look how cool those are. Like, they're really, really cool. And this is all part of the archaeology mod, which is, again, or archaeology edition, not archaeology mod, archaeology edition, which is really, really cool. Now, I don't know if we can actually put water in here, but let me go ahead and check creative. And let me get myself a bucket of water. And we'll go ahead and test it out and see. Okay, so the answer to that question is obviously no. You cannot put water in them. Okay, that was just something that I wanted to test out just in case you couldn't. But it's very, very cool. So as you guys can see, we did 2 on the top and then 2 on the side of the same one, and it turned into that. Now, if I remember right, I'll go ahead and switch back to survival real quick. So we can go ahead and break this. Now, okay, so I remember. So if you break it with a pickaxe, it breaks fully. So let me go ahead and remake it. But if you break it with your hand, it is fine. So just so you guys are aware of that. So pretty cool there. That is the first thing that they're going to be adding, and again, I think is awesome. So let me just go ahead and switch back to the creative mode. And we will get on out of here and search for the new biome. Time set. I finally figured out how to do these cheats. It's taken me way too long to figure it out, but so yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, it's not, you know, it's a very particular thing. You know, you're gonna have to find a base that will let you, that has that something like that fit in. But of course, you could put it, you know, you could put it in a house if you wanted to, just because. And I think, you know, when I find one of these in our series, I'll probably just, you know, come on. Oh my gosh. Elytra, work with me here. There we go. Alright, so let's go ahead and check out the village here, because I think there is a well here. Maybe this is just a villager well. Okay, yeah, I think that's just a villager well. But we have, of course, the camels, which I showed you guys in the last snapshot video, which is pretty dang awesome. And yeah, I think that's everything. It's kind of funny. This guy made a pot with just this. That's kind of interesting. Okay. So I think that's everything for this part. So let's go ahead and look for... Actually, I was going to check. Is there a chest on here anyway? Yes, there is. There's always a chest by these. Okay, so we have no armor trim. Regardless, I actually do need to go in here. Let me grab some obsidian. Actually, you know what? I'm going to hold off on that for now. Just because it's going to take a lot of time. I'm trying to be as efficient with this as possible, so... Dang it. Press the wrong button again. There we go. Okay, whatever. Oh my goodness, man. One of these days I will figure out how to use an elytra. But for now, I am completely terrible at using it. Okay, so let's go ahead and drop... Let's go over here. Okay, and... There we go. Okay, so now that we have that out of the way, we will go ahead and look for the cherry grove biome. And these spawn in mountains, sort of like how you can find meadows on top of mountains. We found another village. Man, I wonder why my world is so hard to find a village in it. But anyways, so we find these next biomes in mountains. So apparently, and I didn't even know this until the other day, but meadows actually spawn in mountains. So you'll find a meadow biome on the top of a mountain and stuff like that. And it's the same thing for the cherry grove biome, which is really, really cool. So also we found ourselves an ocean. Now I'm not sure how rare these are going to be. I think it's definitely kind of luck of the draw when it comes to finding these. But it's a very, very cool biome. I actually did run into one when I was testing out the snapshot to make sure that it worked. And it's awesome. Like, really, really, really cool. So I hope we can find one. Here, not too much time, but depending on how long the full recording of this is, I might do some editing here and there to keep it under an hour long for you guys, because there's a lot of things, and I mean a lot of things, that we need to cover here. Like, this snapshot is going to be awesome. We do also have bundles, I believe, coming into this as well, finally. But even that, I'm not positive about, so... This looks interesting over here. Okay, maybe not. Maybe not. Ooh, this looks interesting. This looks promising. Ooh. Okay. That's not it. I mean, this does look pretty close to where you would find something like that, but unfortunately there's not one over here. I mean, it's very, very obvious. Like, you will not be able to miss it when you find it. And now you guys can see why I'm not doing this in survival mode, because it would just take forever. Like, it would be like a 3-part episode unless I heavily edited it down. That's such a hard word to say. There we go. Finally. So you just have to hold spacebar. It's that simple. I don't know why that's apparently so difficult. Ooh, I like this island. That's kind of cool. But we got to keep on going. What the heck? That's so random. Why is there just sand on top of that? That's so weird. Okay. I'm not seeing it over here. Now hold on, I'm actually pretty sure that you can find another one of these armor things in a shipwreck. Let's go ahead and head on in here and see if I'm right on that. Okay, that's just paper. You have to head into here, into the captain's quarters, I believe, to find one of these. Maybe this one isn't a very good shipwreck. Okay, I don't think that was a very good shipwreck to find, but I know that you can find one of these in a shipwreck, so I probably should have looked at that in the beginning of the episode, because we had one right over there, but unfortunately I didn't quite do that, but it's okay. Another village. Pretty cool. Yeah, there's so many things, though, that we need to do in my regular Minecraft world. We have a lot of things to do. I actually don't know when 1.2 is coming out. I've heard that it's supposed to come out early this year, so we're early in this year, so I would think it would be probably a couple months away. In April or May, maybe? Alright. Let's keep on going. So here's a jungle. Ooh. Pretty sure if you wanted to find a jungle, you'd have to find a jungle temple area. If there is such a thing as a jungle shrine, which I'm not too sure. But okay. This obviously is not where we need to be, so we're going to keep on going. Yeah, so I guess from this, it's pretty rare to find one of these. the heck? What is that? Why is this here? What is this? I have never seen something like this before. Interesting. A mending fishing rod. Huh. Alright. I have no idea what that is. Okay, so there's land over there, so we're definitely going to head that way. For sure. Oh, here. Oh, this is very familiar. This is the, like, plains jungle biome type thing. So, okay. Gotta keep looking. Oh, there's also a new update with horses. That is pretty interesting as well. So basically now, I think, from what I remember correctly, if you breed two horses together, the baby horse will now get the better features. So like if you wanted a really fast horse and you had a slow one, for example, you can now, you know, the baby that you get, so like let's just say that this one's slow and this one's really fast or has more health. The baby that you breed between these two will have, you know, more health and all that stuff, which is really, really cool. So another pretty cool thing about this mod, or about, geez, why do I keep saying mod? About the new update that is coming. So we got to keep going here. This is another desert. If we find another desert temple, I might go into it and see what we can find. Just, you know, from the upper view. I'm surprised it's so difficult for us to find one of these biomes. It shouldn't be that difficult, but we haven't found a mountain yet. Right now we're just finding a giant desert. Okay, all right. That's a sign of a acacia forest. Oh, cool. We found a whatever this is called, whatever this biome is. I don't remember. Whoa, I've never seen this biome before. What the heck is this one called? A wooded badlands. I've never seen this biome before. Man, that's what happens when we don't have an elytra. Like in our world, we have had a very, very, very narrow exploration of our world. But this is really cool looking. I like this. But one of these days, we will fully explore our world and find everything we need, because we're going to do some pretty big building projects. At some point here, so definitely need more resources and all that, especially terracotta. So, like, this is all made out of terracotta, which is just so crazy. But what the heck? This is an absolutely ginormous desert village. Holy moly. What is in this? Wow. This is huge. Okay, but again, not what we're looking for. Let's speed this up a little bit. One of these days, I mean, we'll run right into it. I mean, how far have we left spawn? We've left like 2,000 blocks from spawn. Oh, hello. Okay, I think it has to be a very particular mountain biome So that's not it. Oh, wow, we found a mangrove. Cool. I still haven't found one of these in my world. So it's cool that we found one of these. But again, not quite what we're looking for. All right, guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and do an edit here because we've been going for probably about 5 minutes now trying to look for this thing. So I will come back when we found... We still have so many things to cover. So I'm going to go ahead and take a little edit here, and I will see you guys all in a second when we found the Cherry Grove biome. All right, guys, we are kind of back. I actually had to start a new world because I kept looking and looking and looking and could not find a biome. I still haven't found one yet, but I wanted to go ahead and come up here and see if we just have a horn. Okay, never mind. I thought that because there is an armor thing that can spawn in one of these chests, but unfortunately we don't have access to one of those. But we also have some allays here, which is pretty cool. That's definitely pretty awesome, because I've actually never used allays before. But let me go ahead and head up here. Let's take a look at the allay. Hello. I'm sorry I would free you, but I don't have any place to put you. Okay. So again, we have to find a mountain biome. So I'm going to go ahead and do another edit here, and hopefully we can find it relatively soon. If not, we're just going to have to... I'll just show you guys what it has to offer just through creative. But I really hope that we can find one because it's a really cool biome. So I will see you guys in a second. All right, guys. Well, after about, I don't know, 30 minutes maybe of looking for this biome, I honestly wasn't able to find one naturally spawning, which is unfortunate because they're a really cool biome. But I was able to do this. I created myself a little small custom cherry biome just so you guys could see what the tree looks like. Obviously, it would look a lot cooler if I was able to create one actually find one naturally, but, you do what you can, I guess, when it takes a really long time to find all of these biomes. I think it would be a little bit easier if I had my PC upgraded. But anyways, here is what the tree looks like, and it's very cool. I honestly love how this tree looks. I'm a big fan of it. Not necessarily... I mean, I'll talk about something here in a little bit, but I really just love how this tree looks. It just looks super nice. And I actually noticed that it doesn't really matter how close you place them together. They'll grow kind of like the mangrove does, which is pretty interesting. But I really like how this looks aesthetically. Just looks so nice. And if we come through here, we can see some of these petals, which is pretty cool. And these, you can place them down like this. You can do 2, or you can do all 3, which looks pretty cool as well. And overall, I really like how this works. And if I go over here to creative or survival mode, game mode survival, what we can do is we can place these in here, and boom, we get pink dye, which is pretty cool. So allows you to get dye. And I think one of my actual favorite things about this biome is look at the sapling. The sapling is so nice looking, which means that you can, let me go back to creative real quick. We can actually place, if I get a pot, we can actually grab one of these and place this in here, and it looks like a bonsai tree, which is really cool. And I can just see myself playing this or finding a biome like this and then creating like an ancient Japanese base, which is very cool. So let me actually go ahead and switch back to survival real quick. And I wanted to show you guys what we can do with... Actually, before I do that, let me grab myself a bed. Actually, I have cheats, so it's fine. Game mode survival. So if I go ahead and break one of these down real quick, we can see a lot of really cool things. And these trees are very similar to the acacia trees, where they kind of grow in all different shapes and sizes. So if I go ahead and grab this and place this in here, we can get cherry planks, which are pretty cool. I wouldn't say that I wouldn't know what to do with these per se. It's a nice wood. It's a nice looking plank. I just don't know exactly what I would do how I would factor this into a build, just because it's pink, and I don't know what would look good as pink, but it's still a pretty decent looking wood. But again, as I said, I don't really know what I would use with it. But if we go ahead and place these down and we strip them, they kind of have a little bit of a darker pink, which is kind of interesting. But I think more what I would do with one of these is I would probably just use the tree itself. And as I said, if I were to build like a ancient Japanese base or something like that, I could factor into the trees and put them around the base, which would be very, very awesome. And I also love how these leaves have a particle effect to them, which is just such a nice touch. And overall, I'm a really, really big fan of the biome. Not necessarily the wood itself, but the biome I think is absolutely incredible. We can also, of course, build the standard boat with it, which is kind of a hilarious pink boat. We can build, fences with it as well, which is pretty awesome. And have pink fences, pink fence gate, that type of stuff, which again is pretty hilarious, to be completely honest. But again, I'm a fan of it. I think it's a cool wood. I just don't how I would incorporate it into anything at this point. I also wanted to go ahead and build a door real quick using this wood, so we could take a look at what the doors look like, as well as the trap doors, to see if maybe that would be a cool aesthetic to add onto a build. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And we will also build ourselves a trap door, which I need one more plank. Luckily, I have this. We can turn stripped into... Yeah, we can. Okay, I knew it. Awesome. And then we will do that. Okay, so how does the trap door look? So here's the door. Not a bad door. Maybe if you were to build like a cottage of some kind, this would be a pretty cool door for that. It also has a kind of interesting sound compared to other doors. If I switch back to... Actually, if I go ahead and go over here and break this oak tree down real quick. Yeah, that should be fine. And then I build a door out of this. It has a different sound effect, which is kind of interesting. So go ahead and craft that. So if I place the oak door down, it sounds like that. And then if I open this, it sounds like that. It's not significantly different, but it is still different nonetheless. And the trap doors. I like that. That might be interesting for planting for a pot of some kind. But yeah, guys, that's the cherry wood, which is pretty cool. Again, as I said, I wish I could have found one naturally in the world. But unfortunately, that's just the way that it kind of goes. But overall, it's an awesome block. And the inspiration for a ancient Japanese build is just, screaming at me. But again, I love the leaves. That's, again, the trees itself is my favorite part of this. The wood is just, it's okay. I mean, maybe you guys can find a use for it, but me personally, I don't know what would look cool with a pink base. You have to really, really like pink to like this wood type. But, this specific wood type might be really interesting, or just the logs itself could be really interesting to kind of factor into a base, potentially. I can see, doing some, like, outer bits of a building with the wood itself, which would look really, really cool. But the planks itself would be... Not sure. But anyways, now that is out of the way, all that we have left is a few more things. We are going to now go to Creative again. And we are going to grab the awesome Sniffer spawn egg, which is a very, very, very cool mob. So we'll go ahead and place the guy down. And look at him. Super, super cool. He's going to sniff around a little bit. And if we, of course, hit him with that, we'll get a baby one, which is really, really cool as well. And I just think that they're an awesome, awesome mob. They're actually really huge. Oh, he's digging. Heck yeah. What did you find for me? Oh, he found just normal seeds. Okay. Keep on sniffing around, buddy. And so these guys are a mob that will just run around. Ooh. What'd you find? Yes, all right, sweet. So he found the torchflower seeds. So we are going to wait on this. Oh. Okay, nice. And so what I saw from the wiki page is we can actually breed these guys. So if I hit him with this and go over here to this guy, they will, I think they'll breed. Oh, nice. So when they put their face into the ground, they will dig up seeds of some kind. So I don't know exactly what type of seeds, but I think that it's just either normal wheat seeds or it will be torchflower seeds. I don't know if they can do anything else, but now they'll breed and make a little baby sniffer. So it's super, super cool. I absolutely love how they look. I've seen nothing but positive things to say about them. And, you know, imagine having these around your base just kind of chilling. So it's really, really cool. So now what I wanted to do is grab myself a hoe and see how these plant. So we can place them down like that, and we can bone meal them, and then they turn into a torchflower, which I also think is really cool. It matches the Sniffers aesthetic, which is very, very awesome. Let me go ahead and do that again. And let me switch back to survival. Actually, no, we'll just leave that be for now, and we'll just grab one from our inventory. So we go ahead and do that. And if we place it into our survival inventory, this will actually turn into orange dye. So I actually do need to switch back to survival anyway. So I can show you guys. So all it does is turn into orange dye, or is just a very, very cool aesthetic plant that you can, of course, place in one of these flower pots. And just looks kind of cool. So I like it personally, and it's not anything crazy, but I do love the mob, and I can't wait to find one of these. And I'm pretty sure the way that you find these is through the suspicious sand that we found earlier in the episode naturally. But actually, I wanted to just make sure I showed you guys this real quick. Again, I will leave the video, the original video, linked down below of where I learned all of this information. So if I do some suspicious sand here, so if I place a bunch of this down, like this, and then I grab myself a brush. So if you have a silk touch pickaxe and you go over here to the suspicious sand and you place it down, which I don't even know if you can break it with silk touch. That would actually be something I could test out right now for you guys. Let's grab myself a shovel and an anvil and a silk touch book. You can go ahead and test that out real quick. Perfect. And then we go back to creative, because it obviously won't work in survival mode or in creative mode. Oh no, it breaks no matter what. Okay, well that's a good test. So what I was going to say is, no matter what you do, if you place it down naturally, which you actually can't do anyway, it actually won't give you any loot. So you have to find it naturally in the world for you to actually get loot from it, which is pretty interesting. So interesting touch. All right, creative. So now that we have absolutely everything out of the way, I believe, just looking at my list that I made before this video, yes, now we can actually go into the armor, which is going to be definitely the longest part of the video. So just bear with me for a little bit. So what we're going to do is I'm going to grab myself some armor stands, and I'm going to go ahead and place all of this back in here. And let me grab all of these armor pieces. And obviously I'm not going to be ridiculous here and you know, do every single colored dye. So let me go ahead and do that. Perfect. And now we need armor. We need some more armor here. We'll do gold or iron next. And then gold. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4 more armor stands. Perfect. There we go. Go ahead and place all that back in. Oops. Okay. Perfect. All right, so here's all the armor sets in the game. Obviously, I mean, that's pretty clear there. So, but what I wanted to do now is we're going to grab all of the possible armor. The Sentry armor trim, the Dune armor trim, which we found in the temple, the Coast armor trim, the Wild armor trim, the Ward armor trim, the Eye armor trim, the Vex armor trim, the Tide armor trim, and then I'll, of course, put in the Snout armor trim as well. We'll do these two here in a second. So, I actually need to place these in my inventory for now, and I need to grab myself a smithing table. Okay. So, and I'll place these in here like so. And we can go through these. So, if I go ahead and place this down, the smithing table has now been updated. So, if I go ahead and place one of these in here, I'm going to need an armor piece. So, let's go ahead and grab the... Oops. Go ahead and grab the leather armor first. I'm actually going to need a block of some kind. Let's go ahead and grab a diamond. And we'll go ahead and place this in here. So what we need to do is we need to place the armor trim in here. And then we need to put a piece of armor. And then we need to put a crystal or an ingot. So it can be diamond, it can be gold, it can be whatever. And then we can grab the leather cap with the Snout armor trim. Boom. Like that. If I go ahead and throw it on my head, it looks like that. Which is not anything special, of course. And then we need to actually keep going. So let me go over here real quick. Back to the search. And let me grab a full stack of those. Full stack of all of these. To make this a little bit easier on ourselves. Okay. And then same thing. So each different type of ore has a different color. So for example, so the diamond was of course blue, and I'm actually going to do redstone for the rest of these because, well, red's my favorite color. So wanted to do that. So then we will do this again, place it in here again. Place a leather tunic. Do redstone. Boom. Now we have red armor trim, which is very cool. And I actually need to grab a full stack of redstone. Redstone dust. Boom. Maybe actually 2 of those, because this is going to take a little bit of time. Okay. Let's go ahead and put that back in here, like that. And then we'll do the legs next. Perfect. And then the shoes. We'll go ahead and put all this on. Boom. We have the Sentry armor trim. I'm actually get this leather cap real quick. Okay, there we go. Place that down. Boom. Okay, so now we have the full Sentry armor kit. Looking very, very cool. And that is just on the leather armor. And I think it'll probably look the same for each armor type. So I think for the rest of this video, because we've been kind of going for a while, I will go ahead and just place the rest of this on the diamond armor. On the diamond armor, just because, you know, to save some time. All right, let me actually get some diamond armor. Actually, I do have unlimited, so it's fine. All right, so next we have the Dune armor trim. So we have to place this in here, place that like that, boom. Then we have the helmet, the chest plate, and then the boots. And so if I go ahead and place this on, it looks like this. Very cool, right? Looks very, very awesome, especially with red, being that red is my favorite color. But I'm sure maybe gold would look really, really cool as well. And of course, I think it's the same for every single piece of armor within the game, which is very, very awesome. So now we will go ahead and get rid of all this. Now, I don't know if we put it on an armor piece, if we can no longer get it back. Like if, you know, if we get rid of this, if we put this armor on and put it back in the smithing table, can we create a new one with it? I don't know. Yes, we can. Yeah, sweet. So we can just keep on redoing it, which is awesome. So I'll do the helmet. Actually, just throw that in there. That might make things go a little bit faster. Yeah, it does. And actually, honestly, redstone might probably actually be the best block to use for this because, well, obviously, you know, it's very, very easy to find. You can get a lot of it. So that's what the coast looks like. Again, pretty cool. And you can find this, I believe, in treasure chests and in shipwrecks. So, you know, it's kind of hard to find this one, but it looks pretty cool nonetheless. And now we have the wild armor trim up next, which we will go ahead and place in here with our redstone. We'll do the helmet, the chest plate, the pants, and then finally the boots. Go ahead and throw this on our guy. And we can see this version, which looks kind of interesting. I'm not sure quite how I feel about this, the wild one, quite yet, but it still looks pretty dang awesome. Okay. So, we've done the Sentry, we've done the Dune, so now we need to do some of the other ones here. So, just so that we, you know, don't mess this up, let me get rid of that one, let me get rid of that one, get rid of that one, and get rid of that one, and then we'll go back to armor, and we'll grab a full stack of this, a full stack of this, and a full stack of this and this guy. Okay. So essentially, these all have the same sort of design to them. The only thing that's different is how the lines are, essentially. And again, I unfortunately don't know how you find all of these. But they definitely are not... They're definitely going to be rare. And so far, I think that this one is actually my favorite. It looks really, really cool. So this one is the... I believe that this one was the ward, which I'm assuming, just based off of the name that you find it in the ancient cities. Okay, so now we have the eye armor. Right here, and you guys can feel free to skip. I think I might do timestamps to show you guys each and every one of these, or just in case you guys are very curious about one specific one. But yeah, I think that these are really cool. They're not anything, you know, super special, but they are rare. And you know, if you find this in your world and you have this armor on, you're gonna look like a badass. And the eye one looks very, very cool as well. So we'll go ahead and switch this one off as well. And now we will go for the Vex, which this one also might be very, very cool also. Go ahead and do that. Boom. And last but not least, boom. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look. And the Vex one, not a big fan. Don't really like that one. Doesn't really look that cool, in my opinion. But actually, you know what? I'm actually going to do netherite armor for the rest of these, because it might actually look very, very badass with the red on netherite armor. So, go ahead and switch back to this guy. What? Oh. The shoes, and then this. Okay. So now we're going to do the Tide. I can actually probably get the rest of these on here. I'm not going to lie. So let's go ahead and head back over here. Yeah, we can do the rest right now. The Spire. I bet that you find this one in the... I think you find this one in the Nether, and then this one in the End. I don't know where you find the Snout or the Tide. But Tide is next. So we'll go ahead and take off our netherite armor. Okay, let me get rid of that. Let me get rid of that. And we'll place the rest of our netherite armor here. And now we can get this one built. So we'll go ahead and place the Tide in here. Yeah, look at that. That looks awesome. Okay, grab the helmet. Chest plate, chest piece. And as we've been actually going through this, the Sniffer just has continually placed it down, which is pretty cool. And then let's go ahead and take a look. Oh yeah, that looks absolutely awesome. So this is the Tide one, and the red and sort of purplish color of the netherite armor looks absolutely amazing with the armor template. Very, very cool. Armor trim. Okay, so we'll go ahead and put this back in here. Okay. We actually set the time of day. Time set day. And then let me also get rid of the rain. Because rain's not very nice. Okay, so now we will go ahead and do the rib, which again, I'm assuming that this one's probably found in the Nether, just based off of the aesthetic of it. Awesome. And it's very, very cool that these are stackable. Because if they weren't, then that would suck. Okay, and this one's kind of just okay. Actually, with the redstone, it kind of looks like my guy's bleeding like crazy. So yeah, not necessarily a big fan of this one. I think actually the last one that I did was probably my favorite. The tide. I think the tide looked very, very cool. Okay, so now we are down to just 2 more left. We're going to do the snout first, and we'll finish off with the spire. But yeah, I think that this is a very, very cool addition, especially because, you know, if you get all these done, you're going to have a very, very rare armor set. And it's going to be kind of something cool to show off to your friends. So here we go. All right, so here's the snout. That one looks pretty cool as well. I'm a fan. I think the last one I'll do is actually I'm going to use gold for it, just so we can look at what gold looks like. Okay. And last but not least, we'll go ahead and place in the spire with gold. And then, hold on. Let me grab these legs. And then we'll do spire, gold, helmet. And legs, chest plate. And finally, we will do the shoes. Boom. All right, let's go ahead and throw these on. Perfect. And boom. Last but not least, that one looks very, very cool. Honestly, I probably should have done gold for the rest of these, but again, it would just take way, way, way too long. But you guys basically get the idea. If, you know, like for example, we can see what the Vex looks like and all these other ones, what they look like. And just, you know, replace the red with the gold aesthetic, and that's basically what you have here. But anyway, guys, I think that is absolutely everything. I think the only thing left for me to do is just show you guys the ones that we have. So we actually got most of them in this episode. So we got the skull, and we got the prize, or the archer. Then there's only arms up and prize left after that. So we basically did everything here. But that is going to do it, my friends, for this very, very, very long episode. I'm going to edit it down quite a bit, of course. But it did feel like a long episode. I think my recording right now is at 1:40. So, but obviously a lot of that will get cut down when we do the, when I finish editing and all that stuff. But really had a good time taking a look at everything. The snapshot is actually ginormous. And if and when I figure out how to get all of these armor trims, I will definitely make a video on that to help you guys out. But I really, really hope you enjoyed this video, taking a look at everything within the 1.20 snapshot. It's going to be a very big update, and I'm super, super excited, especially, I think when it comes down to what my favorite things are from this update, I think that the cherry trees themselves, as well as the sniffer and the armor trims, are probably my top 3 favorite things. While the archaeology stuff is pretty cool, you know, in the long run, you have to find 1,000,000 desert temples to make them worthwhile, but I can definitely see myself having a armored or a decorative pot in my base. But overall, you know, the armor trim and the sniffer and the trees are definitely my favorite thing. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. I had a really, really good time taking a look at absolutely everything here. If you guys did enjoy the episode, like and please don't check out any of my other previous episodes of my 1.19 playthrough. They will all be linked down below with them playlists in the description, as well as they'll also be linked at the end of the video for us to check out as well. And next episode, we will get back to working on our normal base and everything of that nature, which should be a lot of fun. But as I'll see you guys all on another episode of my Minecraft 1.19 series or my Pixelmon series very, very soon.